Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I want to wish everybody a happy Friday, and you know what that means. The Storytime Stock Market Steve live stream rings off tonight, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to finish part 2 of the John Watts series. I got these stories sitting up here on the board that I didn't get a chance to tell last week due to time constraints. And we'll do our thing as usual. But I want to get back into a story that I covered yesterday that happened the day before yesterday. And like, it's just big news out here in Houston and Galveston, Texas. Shout out both places. And it's involving this woman here. This is 30-year-old Chanel Yanko of Houston, Texas. She was down there in, Galveston, Texas with a 17-month-old baby. Let me get that right. Hannah Yanko, may she rest in peace. 17-month-old, this cute little baby girl you see up here. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman, if you hadn't heard this story already, this woman threw her child off of a third-floor balcony, and the baby subsequently died of injuries later on after being found from somebody driving down the street and seeing this baby on the sidewalk. How evil is that? What's more disturbing about this story, ladies and gentlemen, is the backstory of what led up to little Hannah losing her life. Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it, because the longer we go with this thing, the more devastatingly sad it is. Take a look.
This story is just so disturbing. New information emerging about the mother who is accused of dropping her 17-month-old daughter off of a balcony in Galveston. 30-year-old Chanel Yanko facing capital murder charges. Fox 26's Jade Fleury live in Galveston. So, Jade, what have you learned?
Well, these new court documents tell a gruesome story about what happened here yesterday, including details of puncture wounds being found on the child, as well as what officials are calling a murder weapon.
That warrant is for the charge of capital murder of a person under 10 years of age.
Galveston County Court video shows accused killer Chanel Yanko appearing in front of a magistrate judge. The 30-year-old mother now charged after her 17-month-old daughter Hannah Yanko was found with severe injuries on a Galveston roadway Wednesday morning. Newly released court documents telling a story of what happened. Yanko was staying at the Beachfront Palms Hotel with her daughter and her sister. Documents state Chanel's sister left to visit her fiance down the street at the Victorian Hotel. Chanel later joining her sister at the hotel while pushing a stroller. Records show her sister assumed that the child was in the stroller but never looked inside to see if Hannah was there. It wasn't until Chanel told her sister not to go back to the hotel several times is when things got suspicious.
I seen a little kid's blanket.
Wednesday morning is when a man found the 17-month-old wrapped in a blanket on the side of the road near Kroger.
Precious, beautiful, beautiful little girl, just lying there lifeless. Bleeding from her nose, had bruises around her eye.
Court documents state that there were 3 puncture wounds on the child. Officials also found a trash bag and a garbage can at the hotel. In that bag, detectives found a key card to room 217, the same room where Chanel, her sister, and Hannah stayed, a skinning knife with a black handle, plastic sand toys, unused diapers, and unopened kids' snacks. They also say there's video from the second story of a baby falling from what appears to be the 3rd floor and landing in the grass and rolling onto the concrete sidewalk where the baby was found. At the scene, court records say that Yanko began making comments about her daughter and that she might have been sick. She was taken to the police department where she was questioned, then arrested. And as you guys can see, people are continuing to bring gifts out here to the memorial for baby Hannah. There's balloons, flowers, just everything in her honor. As for her mother, Chanel, she's being held at the Galveston County Jail without bond. Reporting from Galveston, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.
Guys, that's the latest news on this tragedy. And it's sickening to me that somebody could not only do this, but if you pay attention to how the story is told, it gives you some clarity. Second floor camera saw the baby descending. She threw that baby, like we said, off of the third floor balcony. There's a petition or a gate that surrounds that place. Not surrounds it, but that side where the baby was found on the ground, right? I know this place. It's next to the Kroger over there in Galveston. A lot of us been down there. You know, might not have paid attention, but it's there. You didn't just drop that baby. You tossed that baby out like I said yesterday. What's even more disturbing is if you go back and look at that excerpt of what the police said they found in a trash bag in that same dumpster where that body of the baby was found, there was a skinning knife. Sand toys, I guess, for the beach, and uneaten kid snacks. But that knife is key. They said the child had 3 puncture wounds in her. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to get that from the fall. And they're kind of like not going too much into it. But when the guy said he found the baby, said she was bleeding out of the nose and had a black eye. Could it be from the fall? Yeah, it could. But in my honest opinion, I think she stuck that baby. That's why she threw that knife away. Because said baby had 3 puncture wounds in her. What's crazier than that is she threw the baby out, then came downstairs with the stroller, walked past the child, discarded the trash, and went to go see her sister who was visiting the fiance. So that explains why they was going from Houston to Galveston. Sister was going to go see the fiance and she just went along with her. I don't know what made her do this, but this woman's not a mother. She's a monster. And she needs an extreme punishment, in my opinion. But I mean, come on, man. Come on, what did this little girl do that was so horrendous where you had to inflict damage on her like that and have her meet such a gruesome end? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves when we're concerned with stuff like this. What makes kids so bad that bad stuff like this has to happen to them? Nobody could survive that. She's 17 months old. You know she didn't fall. Hell, she ain't even coordinated enough to climb that tall barrier that keeps people from falling over the ledge. You go down there and try to front like the baby's in it. So what was your whole end game? You was going to act like the baby was in the stroller. Then all of a sudden act like the baby was missing in a certain amount of time. And then everybody frantically looking and all of a sudden the baby would be found. Oh, somebody killed the baby. You didn't know nothing. They kidnapped your kid. This whole thing is a damn disgrace, man. It is. It is. People can call this crazy, but this right here was a coordinated attack. That girl left, and then you did that to your own kid. Then you got suspicion. Don't go back to the room. Don't worry about it. Why? Because you knew it was a crime scene outside. And it was a matter of time before somebody found that baby that you thought was dead, that you walked past and threw the trash in the thing. They just tear skin off her face right now. Right now. Where are we at as people? Where are we at as human beings? If stuff like this don't show you evil exists and it need to be met head on with the same tenacity it is out here on regular citizens, I don't know what to tell you. This is heartbreaking. That's a beautiful baby girl. Yeah, people that can't even have kids and dream of having children as pretty as this little girl. She could have gave that baby away if she didn't want it. Always options. But you chose to destroy your own child. Regardless of who cared about her and what lives she touched, with just her being innocent. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't even care about motive right now. I mean, this thing right here is just depressing. See you in the next video. Take care.